Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. We're looking at this historical data Tesla chart here that Grandpa's made up, and got some actually what I feel is pretty good news. Now, I've forecast a bounce yesterday for today, and I'm going to forecast the bounce for Monday now. And we'll see. Why does Grandpa think that? Okay, well, uh, for one thing, Tesla did close in the green today, 292.98. That's 2 pennies shy of 293. So we closed up a little over $11 from the previous day. But if you look at the high here, here's the high today, 293.88 I got written down. I'm not sure if it's 98 or 88 anymore. But what I am sure of is it's a lower high. And here's your lows. We got a lower low. And if you go back 7-8 days here, you have the high. The next high is lower, lower, lower. Watch my mouse go here. Lower, lower. So we go from 367, 362, 354, 342, 328, 309, 297, 293. There's a reason I'm telling you this, and we'll get at that shortly. So here you have 353, 348. These are the lows of Tesla each day. 348, 334, 324, 297, 288, 280, and today we made another lower low. Lower highs and lower lows. Grandma walks around the kitchen going, "Oh, we got lower highs and lower lows." She's real funny with as deep a voice as she can do it. But we have a strong 7 in a row in both of them. Okay. Going back 3 years, it's very rare. You only have a few times it does this where you have 7 in a row. And with 6 red over in the high to low column besides. And this one's only a buck off from being a red one. So that would be 7. It's very rare that you have a run like this down without a rebound. And the rebound is usually 40, $50 at least. And that would bring us up to our white line at 332.50. And so I'm going to go through a few things here. But keep in mind the dominant trend is down, and I'm expecting a dip prior to the bounce. Very likely a dip prior to the bounce. And let's see here. So here we have the weekly, okay? And this trend line we're following here is very strong. At some point, I know not when, let's see, because I do think we're going to probably see that 250 area or close to it, because we have a gap down there that will probably get filled. And but we could do that with a wick. Just go through this thing a little bit, and we're at 250, and come back out of it in the future here. Okay, so for Monday, I'm expecting, like I say, a dip down and at least our white line at 286.90. So let's look at that white line. It's in the 4-hour chart that I do the white lines. It's right there. It's just smack dab right on 286.90, 287. Grandma's going to rebuy some shares there. I called it out just after the close that we had a white line down there, and that thing will hit. 90% of the time it hits the same day that it's supposed to, and within a few days they usually hit. And just shy of 100% of the time, they always hit, if you give them a little bit of time. So, very accurate. And so Grandma's going to buy some back there that she sold up at the 293 area, and then she'll buy some back at 279, because I'm anticipating this 309 right here, 309, 50, 60 area. We have a white line there that hasn't filled yet, and it will fill. And I think we're probably going to do it on Monday. If not, I believe we're going to do it next week. But I think we're going to do it Monday. And then next week, we have a white line at 332.50 that has not filled right here. It's actually 332.65, I believe, was the exact number. But we went up to, we were close to it, but we didn't fill it, but it will fill. And so I think sometime next week we're going to see that number. And then I think we're going to piddle around and retrace back down. So, and how, so after 332.50, however, we're still looking for a new bottom pivot point. And 273.60 is our current low. And it may be our new bottom pivot point. I don't know. But I do believe is just the same 275 will be a place to rebuy, because I expect a bounce when we get there, for one thing, and Tesla's going to at least retest that 273.60. Are we going to actually go to 250? Very likely. But we ain't there yet. And Grandma don't want to give her shares away until we get there. We just try to get the best average we can and keep shares for the long haul. So 275 will be a place to rebuy, as Tesla will try to retest the low. Dominant trend is still down. We have a gap to fill at the 250 area, and we should see it in our near future. However, we have a white line up above at 457, and it may take a few months, but we're going to see that number. It's coming. 457. Could we be off to the races right now? It's possible. I do not believe so. I believe we're going to go up here, fill some of these white lines that haven't been filled, and we're going to come back down. She's going to look ugly, and it's going to be more scare. And what I believe is that they're going to want you to believe we're going to the moon. Everybody's going to be climbing on the bus up here, buying like they're nuts at 332, and Grandma's going to be selling her shares. I can tell you that. She'll make a killing up there. And so I think Grandma's going to get a payday next week. And that's what I think. And we'll see how that goes. So let's look at the daily. The dominant trend is down. Here's your daily. Here's your white line at 267 right here. It's real close to the white line we had for today. Also, just a little bit above it. Can hardly tell it on this daily chart. So dominant trend is down. What do we got here? White line, or this green line, right around 265 area. It's possible that 265 area might hold us. I just don't know. I don't need to know. Remember, trading is reactive, not predictive. That's why Grandpa tells you what he thinks is going to happen. It's just what I see. It's just what I see. And, you know, my last live stream, I happened to be right that we're going to get a bounce up, and we're going to get another bounce up for Monday right after we bounce down. And the live stream before that I did 10, 12 days ago, I said we're going to gap down, and, you know, we did. That's just the way it is. But pay attention to these white lines. They're important, and that historical data is. We got 3 years of these white lines, and they always hit. There's one out of thousands of them that hasn't hit. That the rest of them are all real fresh. So we got a blizzard here. We went from 43 degrees and beautiful to 22 degrees and a hurricane blowing out here. So there. Hey, good luck on Monday with Tesla. It's exciting times. Trump and Vance and Zelensky are having fun at the Oval Office today. How you can't buy entertainment like this. I'll tell you, I never had such great entertainment as having Trump as president. I'm almost getting tired of winning. All we do is win, win, win. I'm getting tired of winning now. I need a break from winning. I think I'll take a nap. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. Hey, think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you later.